Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Shane's Craft Beer Review. And look at these two legends I have with me one more time, Ray and Paul of the Alkanauts. And as you can see, a little bit of a different venue today. We are visiting Paul's fantastically just built bar. Hey, great job, Paul.
I call it Slumbar Millionaire.
It is fantastic. I love it. Small little bar, absolutely fantastic. Great little venue. Hey, if you guys are in the neighborhood, stop by for a beer. I know you don't know where Paul lives, but stop by for a beer. That's all right.
Only $7 for a beer.
$7. That's a bargain in nowadays prices.
We're in the tourist area, so
For sure. Well, you got to charge the $7, right?
tourist tax.
For sure.
Rent is high.
Absolutely. So today we have a beer that was given to me courtesy of Drew at Beer for Breakfast, Facts for Snacks. Brew here. That's right. Go check out his channel if you haven't already. Extremely entertaining channel. Let's leave it at that.
Yes.
So today we have the Cookie Thief Oatmeal Cookie Stout. This comes from the Bandit Brewery out of Toronto, Ontario. This is a 6.1% beer. And of course, my phone just shut off because I wanted to read you some really super cool details about this. I don't know if it's really cool, but it's details about the beer. So this American Oatmeal Stout was brewed with a bunch of chocolate chip cookies. So they brewed it with chocolate chip cookies.
Really?
Yeah, which is weird because it's a oatmeal cookie stout, but they use chocolate chip cookies.
Wait,
but
what?
What? Anyway, then it was conditioned on cocoa, vanilla, and a touch of lactose to round out the body. I'm kind of intrigued by this. So let's get into this beer here, guys. Once again, thank you, Drew, for supplying the beer for today.
Yeah, thanks, Brew.
We're gonna get this in the glasses here. Oh, I like that little bit of smoke. Did you see
saw
that?
that.
The smoke that was coming off the top.
Oh, look at that
Oh,
cascade.
that's an absolutely gorgeous cascade coming out there too. The slow one though.
It is.
That makes me think it's going to be sweet.
That is a super slow cascade coming up through there.
That's going to be thick.
Uh-oh.
No, we're good. I'm a professional at hardcore, sir. Beautiful. Look at
Wow. Just.
that is great. All right. There's still a little bit left in here, so let's top up. Wow, that head is just not going anywhere.
That's thick.
It is thick.
It is a thick one. That's for sure. Now, I have had one or two beers from Bandit Brewery before. And I don't seem to recall them like not being very special. I don't remember. They don't stand out because if they stood out, I would have remembered. It's not like a top butcher for the world, you know.
Yeah, I think we've had some stuff from them before too, and I think they do some
Yes.
interesting combinations of flavors. So
Yeah, we've done a couple of stretch beers with them, and honestly, I don't recall them being something that I would drink on a regular basis. But you gotta try. You gotta try to find out, right?
For sure.
Absolutely.
And as we're sitting here talking, I don't know if you guys noticed it. Look at your glass
what
right
happened
now.
to that?
What happened? All of a sudden, the head got really huge freaking bubbles
Giant
on
bubbles.
It's slowly
That's crazy.
collapsing
Yeah.
amongst itself.
it. Yeah, like I don't know if you can see this on Paul's. Paul's is really like the
Those
bubbles.
bubbles are huge.
They're massive.
That's honeycombing.
It went from like a nice thick head to just all of a sudden just all the bubbles got huge, and now it's dissipated to. I've never seen a beer do that
I haven't seen that
before.
either. Yeah, it's I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It looked almost dish soapy, if I dare say,
But they were
but that was so thick and creamy looking.
yeah, and then the bubbles just got so mad. I've never seen bubbles that big in a beer before in my entire life. That is the weirdest thing.
Well, maybe it's a sign for us to try it out.
Yes.
So we can find
Maybe
out
we
what's
should.
in here.
Oh, we should probably get a quick little nose on it because we didn't smell it out of the bottle.
Absolutely.
So let's get a quick little nose here, guys. Just sweetness in there, and a dark, like roasty, like coffee, almost kind of little back end to
I
it there.
get that. The maltiness really comes out in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bittery coffee kind of
Yeah.
maltiness.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
All I'm really getting out of the glass right now, and I don't know if that's just from the head itself, but
What head?
Well,
Go ahead,
mine's gone now, and it's amazing because that head was huge,
yeah,
and then it went into those big bubbles, and now it's gone.
Well,
I've never seen that, but
That is weird. Well, let's get into it, guys. See what it
Sure.
tastes like.
Cheers.
Cheers. That does not taste like an oatmeal cookie.
It does taste like a stout.
It tastes like a stout.
It's definitely a stout.
Yeah, definitely tastes like a stout. But I'm having a really hard time trying to figure out, like, because it does say oatmeal cookie, even though it says it was conditioned on chocolate chip cookies.
I get no chocolate at all.
I think I get a hint of it.
To me, it's more of a typical stout.
Right.
You know, if you just told me it was a stout, I believe you. It's a stout, and for a stout, it tastes great.
It's a solid stout.
It is
Yeah,
a solid stout for sure.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if it's just because I'm thinking it's an oatmeal stout and I know it's been conditioned on chocolate chip cookies. And it might just be my brain tricking me because sometimes when you know what it is beforehand, your brain tricks you a little bit. Like, oh yeah, that's what the flavor is. I am getting kind of a little bit of that, like that cookie vibe, not necessarily the chocolate, but that cookie kind of. I don't even know exactly what I'm saying. Not the aftertaste of a cookie, but like that. It's not breadiness. Like cookiness is that a thing?
Cookiness.
Shane's making up words.
I'm just making up words now.
Honestly, like I said, as I mentioned before, if you just told me it was a stout, it's a stout.
Right.
If you're trying to get an oatmeal taste out of this, I'm not quite getting it myself.
No.
I'm not getting a hint of chocolate from, if there were chocolate chip cookies in there. It's a decent stout.
It's not a bad stout at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grasping to try and find any cookiness in here at all. Damn good stout.
Yeah, it is good.
Really good stout, but
And like I said, I think maybe my brain is tricking myself into thinking it maybe tastes like a cookie. You know, because you're trying to like, oh, it's supposed to taste like cookie. Yeah, okay, that tastes like cookie. You know, but it's barely enough. But a good stout nonetheless. I don't mind this at all. So if I'm gonna rate this beer on a scale of 1 to 5, like I always do, I don't mind. You know what? This is enjoyable. It's got a decent mouthfeel to it, decent body, and not sweet. I was actually expecting this to be a little bit sweet, and it's really not that sweet. I'd give this a 4 out of 5 for sure.
Okay.
I like it.
Right?
well, again, as I've said, not really a huge stout fan usually, but it's solid. It is a solid stout. It's like Shane said, nice mouthfeel. Not overly sweet, very drinkable. Yeah, I'll go with a 4 as well.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I do enjoy stouts. I like drinking them, especially in these colder days and colder months. But what I will say is I'm not getting the oatmeal part of it. I'm not getting the chocolate chip cookie part of it.
Oh yes.
As
I'll have a couple
a
small ones.
stout, I'm enjoying it. It's not bad. Honestly, is it the best stout I've ever had? Probably not. Is it the worst stout? No. So I'm gonna probably give this more along the lines of a 3.5. It's decent. I would drink it again. I don't think I'd recommend it though.
Now, as we're sitting here finishing this up, now Ray has much bigger chunks than I do. He actually has chunks along the side of his glass and at the bottom.
It's reminiscent of I was dipping my cookie in my milk.
That's exactly what I was
left
thinking.
at the bottom.
I have a bunch on mine too. Mine are much smaller than Ray's has, but that's exactly what that might be. That might be just little teeny little bits of like the cookie, like soggy wet cookie. Do you not? Oh, you don't have any in yours, Paul. Why the hell? Why don't you have any?
Maybe if I just keep flicking around.
I see. There's some.
Oh, there, yeah,
It's
there you go. Yeah,
It's
right there, right there,
There's
right
little
there. Yeah,
flecks,
right there.
right?
It's there, yeah.
Yeah, there. Well, I mean, I've got like some. You got really super small ones. I have some.
There's some there.
I have some small ones and some medium ones. Ray's are huge. Like even the bottom of his glass. Like he's got some big chunks of. We're going to assume that is cookie.
We're hoping it's cookie.
We're hoping
Yeah,
it's
not
cookie.
just chunks.
You never know. I mean, brewery standards. You absolutely never know what you're going to get. But you know what? All in all, pretty decent stout. If you guys get a chance, and you can pick up a bottle of this. I didn't have to pay for this one. Thank you so much, Drew, once again. This is the Cookie Thief Oatmeal Cookie Stout, even though it does not taste like oatmeal and it was conditioned on chocolate chip cookies. which makes no sense. Anyway, I want to thank Ray and Paul from the Alkanauts. Please go check out their channel if you have not. I will leave a link in the description for their channel. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you next time. Cheers.